We're struggling with living in the end, with trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that things are unfolding, divine timing, experiences that you guys need to go through or mature into that you're not accepting. Like, you sometimes come to me to do the work and your intention is, I want to get the person, I want to get the job, I want to get the house, I want to get the car. Your intention is not pure. And so it's not focused on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're not with Allah in the unknown. And so that's why you're still experiencing delays, or your things are coming, your dua isn't coming to life. When I tell you guys to live in your end, it means that you are already living in that house. How would you be feeling right now? How would you be acting? How would you be thinking? How would you be feeling if you were already living in that house, or in that relationship, or in that healthy body? How would it be? Sit and play with your imagination for a little bit. It's not, like, once it's in your imagination and your focus is on Allah, you're imagining that scenario. Those are the seeds that you're planting. So then give it time, be patient for your things to come to life. That's why it's very crucial for you to have a life going on for you that is full with things to do, places to go, things to experience, because you don't want to keep yourself like waiting. Waiting is also a state. If you're living as if things already came to fruition, then you're living your best life. You're not waiting for anything to happen. You aren't waiting for anything to happen. And it's hard. Trusting is hard. I didn't say that trusting is going to be easy. All what you need to do is, whatever you get that negative thought, return to the affirmation, the new intention, the new story that you're telling yourself. That is the only work. And don't think that you're making a mistake, or you messed up your thing, or it's not going to come anymore because you made a mistake. Those are all experiences that you're meant to go through in order to expand yourself, in order to grow, in order to experience things. If you don't experience things, then you're going to keep yourself on hold forever. Nothing is going to happen for you. Go out there and do and be however you want to be, knowing that you're with Allah in the unknown, and your things are coming to life. You don't need to do anything for them to come to life. They are coming. They are unfolding. They are showing themselves to you. And listen, signs are everywhere. From the moment you wake up until you fall asleep, signs are everywhere. The only thing is, if you're in fear, if you're in doubt, if you're in worry, the sign is gonna come. You're gonna push it away. You're gonna sabotage yourself. A lot of things that usually are coming to us, and we hear that little voice that I was talking about, that first quick voice that tells us to do something. We hear that tiny little voice and we say, that is such a good idea. But then our mind kicks in and it starts telling us all the reasons why it's not a good idea, or we shouldn't engage with that, or we shouldn't do that, right? And then we sabotage ourselves just like that. I want you guys to keep in faith and keep in trust and keep in your end, and don't change your desire or change your person or change your thing, because that means that you're doubting that what you want is gonna come. So you're not in trust. You're not trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that Allah is powerful, more powerful than any circumstance or anything that you're giving so much importance to. You're not ruining anything. Nothing is messed up. Everything is going as planned. Even if you make a mistake, the path is going to appear again. You guys seen that over and over again, where you were on the path and you diverted, and then things lit up for you again. And so that's how you know that that's your path. When it appears, I told you guys, disappears and it appears again. It disappears and it appears again. I want you guys to take everything that you see as a sign from Allah, as a love letter from Allah, meaning that from the moment you wake up, there are signs, whether they are physical and you could see them with your eyes, which a lot of you guys say that you do see sometimes, or in how you're feeling in the intuition, where you're hearing that voice telling you, go play basketball right now, go ride the bike, go to that place, and then, or take that thing, do that course, call that person, and then you say, what if, should I, could I? And that is exactly what's holding you back. What is holding you back is not the thing, and it's not the person, it's not the whatever that you're trying to reach. It's only your thoughts. It's only the way that you're being, the way that you're not fully trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That this thing, if God put it in my heart, that means I have all of the resources, all of the capacity, the abilities, the everything that I need in order to reach this thing. But then here, it's up to me to listen to my intuition and follow the steps that I'm being inspired to do, or the signs that I'm seeing. I was driving the other day. I was about to do something. I'm not gonna say what it is. And then I stopped, because I was inspired. I felt inspired to do it, but then I paused. And then my mind started to talk. I said, okay, wait. I looked up at the sky and I seen an eagle as I was driving. He wasn't flying in the direction of my car. And if you guys just pay a little bit of attention to these little tiny things that you're seeing, I swear to you that these are the signs. I know you might think like, oh, but how can we? Well, that's you trusting your intuition, trusting that you had that feeling. And then I sabotaged myself with this thing a lot of times. But this time, God insisted on making it happen. And so I looked at the eagle. And in the back of my mind, I could hear myself saying, if he gives you a sign, you're going to do the thing. I didn't say it verbally. I didn't even hear myself saying it. I just had that thought in the back of my mind. Again, intuition happens really quickly. But when do you know that it happened? After the fact. You start connecting the dots. Okay? And then the dots that I'm talking about are everywhere. They're in every second of the unfolding in my life. It's really beautiful to watch and to see. So I looked at it. And then all of a sudden, it was going this way. It just tilted a little tiny bit. It made a little tiny turn. Now it was going in the direction of my car. As I was driving, I said, I'm doing that thing. And I acted upon it. I know I'm driving, but it's a very simple thing that I was asking to do. And then as I was driving, it happened again. A couple minutes later, you guys. As I was attempting to do it again, I'm like, no, I can't. Like, I had a little bit of lingering fear, and I could sense it. I know that. A little bit of lingering fear there. And so I looked at the clock, and some number resonated with me. I sent the message. I'm like, I'm not waiting for a sign, but because my intuition already told me to do it. That's the thing. But I was so reluctant. That's why I tell you guys, you can't miss the sign. Because if you do, there'll be another instant push for you. Like, God works in miraculous ways, in ways where, like, you'll understand. So I told you guys before, the path is like this. And you're going zigzag, right? Or you're just keep taking curves and turns and things. God will navigate you through those even. Like, through your resistance, through you sabotaging yourself, through all of that, to help you reach your goal. You guys don't understand how much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is working in your favor. But pay attention to it. Just put your intention out there one time, your affirmation, your intention, and let it go. Let it go meaning like detach. Detach meaning keep your focus on Allah. Get busy with your life and live as if it already happened. No, not. Detaching doesn't mean to live and have hate in your heart towards it, or anger or resentment that it's not happening or it's not going to happen for you. That's not faith. That is not living in the end. That is not trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hope this video helped. And I know that a lot of you guys reached out to me, and I have an enormous amount of messages that I'm gonna get to. I told you guys I had a celebration and I was busy, but I'm gonna get to every single one of them, I promise you. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.